Hey gang, in today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the similarities and differences between day trading and swing trading, really answering the question, is one better than the other? I'm also going to talk about how I first got into full-time trading and why it wasn't necessarily what I thought it would be. Now, today's episode is a recording from one of my live trading room sessions. We do them every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Two ways to check them out. One, if you want just the first bit, you can check it out on YouTube. I do a live trade of the day live stream each and every morning. Well, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I should say, at 7:30 a.m. New York. And the second way, of course, is being a member on our tier1trading.com website. Either a premium member where you get everything, or a trial member where you get to sample a lot of things out. Check it out and enjoy. I think that's the cool thing about trading is, and well, specifically why I chose the Forex market was because of the flexibility. I did start off in the stock market. If you guys don't know my background, I'm more investor, more short-term investor than trader. But still, there were limitations of the stock market because of the trading hours. You know, my day couldn't start until a certain time. My day ended at a certain time, which wasn't a big deal. But something I like about Forex is it allowed me flexibility. At the time when I first started trading, I was working 3 jobs. So, you know, I literally couldn't look at anything from probably about the last peak I could get was about 8:30 in the morning. So I can look at the charts 8:30 in the morning at the latest, really like 7:30, because I didn't really have mobile access back then, kind of dating myself. So really 7:30 was the last time I could take a peek at the market. And then not until I got home again, really at like, really at like 6 o'clock if it wasn't a day where I had classes and had to do stuff later. So the ability to kind of hop into the market in the morning and then the ability to kind of sneak away at a laptop for a few hours or for like an hour or so during lunch break, and then do it again at night when I got home, that was massive to me. And as far as kind of like calculating and trying to plan how I want to work it into my life. So I like that a lot. The leverage was okay as well. The leverage was pretty good. It allowed me to trade a lot more than what I was able to do in the stock market at the time, which was pretty cool. When were you... So you were able to go full-time with that approach? No, not at all. So what I did was, because I was working 3 jobs. And I was making about $30,000 from the 3 jobs, which coming straight out of college and back in 2007 was more money than I ever seen in my life. I'm a frugal person. I don't really spend much. I didn't have a lot of debt, no family. So it was a comfortable amount. I was very happy with that amount. So because I was comfortable with that amount, and I had no problem working 3 jobs because I've just been a hustler since I was little. Because I was comfortable with that amount, I never took trading as seriously as I needed to, right? I would always I would dibble and I would dabble, but I would never take it seriously because I don't need to be good at trading. I got these paychecks coming in. And it wasn't until I started thinking, give me 1 second here, guys. It wasn't until I started thinking about kind of my future. It wasn't until I started thinking okay, I'm getting kind of burnt out, working from 7:30 in the morning to midnight or 11 o'clock at night. One, I don't know how much longer I could sustain this. 2, I got bigger goals. I do want to start a family, and when I have a family, I do want to have kids, and I do want to go places and see things. And if I'm working 3 jobs, working 12 hours a day, whatever it may be, I'm not going to be able to do all that stuff. So that's when I decided, and it wasn't a smart decision at all, but I quit my 3 jobs and I decided to focus fully on trading. And in my mind, again, I'm a competitor. I have zero problem betting on myself. I am the type of person where it's if you could put Usain Bolt next to me in a race and I'll tell you I'm going to beat him. Now, in the back of my head, I know I'm not, but I will get myself, I am straight athlete. I will get myself in that zone and convince myself of anything. So I had a lot of confidence in myself in becoming a good trader because I became good. I had no knowledge about investments or anything like that, and I became good in the stock market. And to me, it was the same thing. I'm okay, it's just a different market, same game. So I'll just if I have time to fully concentrate, like I did with stocks, I'll become good. And then, you start doing all this math, right? If I make 20 pips a day, I'll make this much money. And whatever my calculations told me, I would make like $1 million in like 3 years, right? That was whatever my math was back then. But yeah, so I did that. And again, I was smart about it. So I had money put aside because, again, I'm very frugal. I don't spend anything. I did own it was a duplex I lived in, so I owned the house that I live in. I didn't really have any expenses, right? My roommates basically paid our mortgage, so I had a lot of freedom, and I put money aside to survive without having a consistent income, and figured that I would be good by the time that money ran out, and then we just start printing money again. And it didn't go as planned. But I guess technically, when I put in my 30 days and said, hey, in a month I'll be gone, I guess technically that's when I was full-time. Does that count, guys? I was a full-time trader. I wasn't making profit, but I was full-time, right? Does it still count as full-time if you're not making money? I guess so. But that's when I went my full-time, and then I focused on, I did a whole bunch of reckless things, but when I first started, I focused purely swing trading. And then I only started day trading for 2 reasons. One, I got bored. Like, I'm full-time trading, so I'm at my charts all day, and I'm swing trading, so I'm like, yeah, just did my analysis. Let's wait 4 hours. And it's like, okay. Eventually you start going, okay, let's see what the lower time frame is doing, right? That's just the natural urge. And then 2, I started day trading when I started teaching. So once I got past, like, once I became successful swing trading, I managed money as a swing trader. It wasn't until I started teaching, which was after my money management experience, when I started day trading, because I was running live rooms. And again, it's pretty boring if we only look at lower time frame stuff. So, but I never had any intentions of day trading because I wanted that. I wanted that freedom. I don't know. I just enjoyed the swing trading. It was easier for me at the time because you don't have to rush. And I was newer, so it took a while to do analysis for me. It took quite a while actually to perform simple analysis back then, because every time I'd see something on a chart, I got to go back to like my notebook. I got to go back to my training video, and I'm like, okay, double top. If first top hits that, okay, look for retracement. So it was a whole process to analyze anything in the market, but that changed over time as you get more experience. But that's kind of part of the learning curve. But yeah, that was my full-time experience. My full-time experience was quitting my jobs and saying, hey, I'm going to do this thing. And then waking up the next day, be like, oh crap, I got to do this thing. And then 3 months later, I haven't done this thing. And eventually I got help. Yeah. But yeah, swing trading was my full, when I became consistently profitable, it was as a swing trader. Day trading came later. And day trading actually improved my swing trading just because of the amount of reps I got in the market. Yep. But the key is, again, as I mentioned before, I think when Mario asked the question, if deep down inside you're curious, is one better than the other? The answer is no. Is one better than the other? The answer is no. They can both be very hard. They can both be super profitable. The difference is in how they come. Right? Swing trading requires a lot more patience. Right? Those moves aren't going to come as frequent. It's going to be slower. Day trading is going to be a lot more action. It's going to come faster. There are going to be more drawdowns in day trading because the frequency of trades you take, there's going to be more losing streaks. Those losing streaks aren't going to last as long. Swing trading losing streaks can last pretty long, especially if they go over a summer session. So it's like, do you want your pain more frequent, or do you want your pain to last a long period of time? Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you want to participate in the live rooms, there's 2 ways you can do so. 1, check out the YouTube channel. I live stream the first trade of the day each Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 a.m. hop on and join the conversation. Or if you want to stay for the entire duration and see the recordings and get everything else that you get with your 14-day trial membership on tier1trading.com, sign up for it. Just give you the website, www.tier1trading.com. Sign up, get full access to the live rooms, get some courses, some workshops, get some software, and of course you get to interact with what I think is the greatest community of traders in the world.